Oh my goodness, folks, the weekend is over just like that. It's Monday all over again. It's time to get a brand new week started. New week, new opportunities. All right, so here we go. The answer to the previous This is Mike, by the way, in the wee hours of the night, the graveyard shift, daily trivia question once again. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, okay, the answer to the previous trivia, and I've had too much coffee. The answer to the previous trivia question was roads and highways, the Eisenhower interstate system. Easy for me to say. Gracious me, I think I need some decaf. That's what's up with that. All right, so this is basically the establishment of our country's national system of roads through the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956, which lo and behold was the focus of the previous trivia question. It is also known as the National Interstate and Defense Highways Act. So President Dwight Eisenhower had first realized the value of a national system of roads after participating in the U.S. Army's first, what was known as the Transcontinental Motor Convoy in 1919. This was basically a crossing of the United States, plain and simple, from coast to coast, to see if such a trip would be feasible in a national emergency. It was highly publicized at the time. So he had, and Eisenhower participated in this. Now, additionally, during World War II, which Eisenhower was also in, as we all know, he would be exposed to and become familiar with it and would develop an appreciation for Germany's Autobahn network, their road system, basically. So he had the idea for this kind of planted way back before he even got into politics and became our country's leader. Now, pressing questions when all this would come to be involved in the legislation. For instance, where the highways should be built, how much of the cost should be carried by the federal government versus the individual states. Those are two of the most pressing issues when they started to really sit down, pound this out, and seriously consider everything. What was known as the Highway Trust Fund was created to receive money through new taxes on fuel, automobiles, trucks, and tires, with the federal government paying 90% of the whole thing. It amounted to about $24.8 billion over a 13-year period. It provided for a 65,000 mile national system of interstate and what lawmakers called defense highways. So they were putting this thing together. Now, highway construction began almost immediately when it was signed into law, employing tens of thousands of workers, and a surge in the interstate trucking industry, as you can imagine, developed. People now had a better way to move goods faster, other than the railroads, quite frankly. Additionally, it created a huge jump in the employment in the automobile industry, as we became a nation of drivers. And this, of course, launched the era of factory workers and automobile factories and so forth. Finally, roadside businesses flourished. This thing had so many effects on the countries that resonated in so many different ways. Roadside businesses flourished like fast food chains, hotels, amusement parks, truck stops, many of which are still around today. And you could drive up and down the any state highway and interstate and see these things still in existence, obviously. Now, the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 and the National Interstate Defense Highways Act is remembered by many historians as Eisenhower's greatest domestic achievement. It was really a great achievement by his administration while he served as the country's leader. It was not without its criticisms, however, as you can imagine. And many of these criticisms we have heard to this day. Loss of productive farmland, the demise of small businesses and towns, especially so, and these we really hear today, noise and air pollution, traffic. Never a day goes by when we don't hear about something about traffic. And the displacement of families when all this was finally paved out. No pun intended. So that's a little history on the roads and highways and the Federal Aid Highway Act under Eisenhower's administration of 1956. All right, folks, let's get this week started with a brand new trivia question. This is a really awesome trivia question, and it's from the 90s, so everyone should be able to answer this. Check this out. Pay attention. For June 27th, on this day in 1994, in a marketing trial run, this rock band becomes the first in the music business to allow fans to download a full new track free from from the internet, which was only 3 minutes and 14 seconds long, but took 60 to 90 minutes to download. Oh, wow. I'm not going to play Clue music from the band either. That'll give it away. But good luck anyways. Think CompuServe. Have a good week, folks. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.